Hey guys, so today I will be reviewing the 75283 Armoured Assault Tank, or AAT. So if you haven't already, please check out my review of the 501st Battle Pack, which is a very cool set. But yeah, here in this set, it's actually quite great. I know it receives a lot of criticism for the build, but those two main minifigures, the Ahsoka and Ahsoka's Clone Trooper, or the 332nd Legion Trooper, really make up for this set, and you also get some really nice jungle battle droids. Overall, this set is 7 plus and has 286 pieces. This will cost you $40 US, which is sort of overpriced for what it is. The 501st Battle Pack has 285 pieces, so really you're just playing. You're really paying just $10 for an Ahsoka and some extra pieces, I guess. But as long as we get that Ahsoka, which is quite cool. So here is the first minifigure, the main one if you ask me. This is the Ahsoka Tano, based off the Siege of Mandalore from the Clone Wars Season 7. This also receives a lot of criticism because of the headpiece it uses for the Leku and the Montrals. It is made for the adult appearance and has been used on Rebels Ahsoka as well as Shark T. I think it looks fine personally. I know if you put it side by side it doesn't look great, but I think it looks fine, to be honest. It's just a nice minifigure overall. This piece is actually rubber, which is nice, I didn't know that. So on her main face here, it's just that sort of smirky snips kind of style, and then if we take the headpiece off and turn it around, we've got that sort of determined, more angry look. And overall, the actual torso printing does look great. You don't really notice it because of how much the Montrals and the Leku actually pop out, but overall it is just some really nice printing and a really nice minifigure. The next minifigure is the 332nd Clone Trooper, and this is basically a 501st Trooper with an extra helmet, so it's just the same torso and leg print, has that same blaster. If we take it off, it's the new clone headpiece. And so it's just this new headpiece, which the helmet, which actually looks really nice. The orange looks really cool, and I love to get this in minifigure form, potentially in another battle pack, but I guess we won't be getting that. But I think that is a missed opportunity. That would have been quite cool. The two other minifigures here are the jungle battle droids. I know a lot of people are saying that Lego originally called these Kashyyyk battle droids, which was inaccurate. Now people think that they're called AAT driver droids. They're actually not. If you look on the box art, one of them is, and one of them is just called a battle droid. This is not true for either of them. They're actually officially by Lucasfilm called jungle battle droids, and the reason that people thought these were AAT pilot droids was because in that very first episode of the Clone Wars, one of these jungle battle droids popped out of the AAT and was the pilot. That was just a coincidence. These are actually just jungle battle droids. We never see them anywhere else in the Clone Wars, so that's the common misconception. Here's the main build. So the one thing that I think this gets the most criticism for is, other than the actual size, which is inaccurate, the actual blaster cannon. So on the box, I think it looks fine, and I was sort of like, oh, it's fine. I guess it looks a little big. And then I actually got it in hand, and I saw what everyone was talking about. So if we turn this around, it looks just really long for what it should be. So you can easily mod that, I guess, and this whole cannon is actually longer than the actual build, so that says a lot. So that's a bit of an inaccuracy there. Other than that, apart from the actual size, I understand why they couldn't do it. There's that inaccuracy that was pointed out, and there should be another layer back there of the blue. I understand why they didn't do that though, because if they did, they would entirely upscale the build by like a whole another factor, and you'd end up with a much pricier set. So to be honest, I'm happy they did it in this scale. I know it's inaccurate. People are saying that they should switch the set sizes, so that we got, so we should have gotten the General Grievous the Starfighter for $40 and then this for $80. I think that would have been good, but then we would have had to pay $80 for an Ahsoka, so I'm fine with this personally. The build is actually quite nice. The only thing I don't like is the back. And the back, in the actual Clone Wars, it's sort of this ramp which goes down and then people can walk out of it, but it's just this black nothingness, which is really sad to see. There's also this ugly tan sandy bit, which isn't nice. So overall, some disappointments inside this main bit of the build. If you pull this up, you can fit one battle droid in there. I personally found it really hard to put it in. You have to like actually have it in right. If it's one bit off, then it doesn't close properly. So you really have to sit it in right. So that's a bit of a disappointment. Inside, it's sort of small, but you get two nice printed pieces which aren't exclusive. So overall, that's quite nice. And then up on the actual hatch here, it opens up, and if we see in there, we can fit another one in there. They fit nice because of battle droid proportions, but you can't actually fit minifigures inside these. If you wanted to, like, clones taking over these, which would be kind of cool, but you can't do that. These cannons, they do move, so that's just a nice feature. Then my favourite one is actually the stud shooters. So one of them, there's this little tab here, so you can pull that and fires. But what you can also do is there's these things. I don't know if this is an intended function because it's not featured on the box, but these things here, they move. So if you pull that down, it actually pushes down on the other part of the lever and it shoots. So that's a nice little function, and overall I think it is a pretty nice build. Despite its criticism and the many flaws of it, it is a great set. All good sets, they do have flaws, even if you have to nitpick it. There will be flaws in there somehow. Some inaccurate scaling, which of course you can't have perfect minifigure scale with minifigures because of their proportions. But overall, I think it is pretty good. So I think it's worth getting, at least for that Ahsoka. If they didn't have the Ahsoka if they didn't have the Ahsoka, I mean, it's a good set to buy multiple of, then that Ahsoka will sell very well later. And then you can have multiple of these battle droids, multiple tanks, and multiple 30-second troopers. So overall, yeah, I'd recommend this set. I'd probably give it a 65%. Like, there are many flaws, but overall it is a really nice build and has some really nice minifigures. So that'll be all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. That'll be all, folks. Goodbye.